Hey everybody, I'm back. Got some more crazy stuff that happened this week that I want to talk about. First thing I want to get out of the way is Star Wars Battlefront 2 crap. I played the trial. It's alright. Then I, for whatever dumb reason, decided to buy the damn thing. Story campaign stinks. I wanted to play Luke Skywalker. That's the only reason I actually decided to just buy it or whatever. Story stinks. I mean, this Aiden, whatever hell her name is, she has no personality. She's completely boring. And it's really kind of dull for a campaign. And again, I don't want to compare it to the old school Battlefront too, but the campaign in that was freaking amazing. I think you got to play as Anakin in the Clone Wars. It was freaking awesome. I don't remember what else happened, but the point is, Battlefront 2, the original, is always going to be a classic. But, yeah. I got to play as Kylo Ren. I mean, I have the game now. I own it now. So instead of playing multiplayer all the time, which eventually I'll get to that, but I prefer to play arcade single player. That's what I wanted. That's what I was asking for with the last one. It took them an entire friggin' year to get people single player. That's ridiculous. Entire year. So a lot of crazy things going on at the chum bucket. So there's this good looking Spanish chick that's been digging me, and I've been digging her. And she's got a fat butt. I mean, she's freaking gorgeous. So naturally, I tend to be a little unsure of myself around girls. But this one, every time I see her, or every other time I see her, she got her damn cell phone out. And she's texting while she's walking or whatever. Then the other freaking day, she comes in looking like a freaking supermodel from Playboy magazine. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, it's like the Clark Kent thing. It's like, it's the same chick I saw texting on her phone every other friggin' day. Like, where'd this come from? It was kind of caught me off guard. Kind of weirded me out a little bit. I'm like, if I was about to approach this chick, I don't know how to do it now. Because, like, is she one of them high maintenance chicks that don't go for dudes like me? Because I already have pretty low esteem, so you can't go any lower than where it is. And on top of that, there's another chick, blonde girl, in another department that's kind of good looking. And today I finally got her name. She came into my line. Didn't see that coming. So I talked to her a little bit, and I asked her what her favorite food is in bakery or whatever. And she said she had like a strawberry shortcake or something the other day. I was like, all right. Something basic like that. I'm not looking to get her number anytime soon. I really don't do that kind of stuff. Not right away. I prefer to, take my time and make sure that whatever's going on is actually true instead of just, rushing into something prematurely. like some kids do these days. It's true. Some kids are just driven by their hormones. They have no idea how to tone it down and take a couple steps back and say, hey, is this person really the right woman for me, or if you're a girl, if it's the right dude or whatever. For me, I'm not really looking for commitment, just companionship, I guess. There's different kinds of companionship. Most people will tell you that you can't be happy unless you're with somebody. But for me, the exact opposite. I'm quite content being a single dude. In some way, there's really nothing better. I can scoop all kinds of ass without being tied down or anything. In some way, there's really nothing. I can scoop all kinds of ass without being tied. No, jeez. Got somebody in the chat board. Here we go. Making fun of that Flash Thompson kid from Homecoming. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So, bakery chick I'm kind of interested in. I think she's cute. She's obviously shy, but can work with that. Kind of used to shy girls. The high maintenance girls are just, eh. But here's something funny. See, this kid that I've been like chilling with or whatever, he's been coming to me for advice on how to talk to chicks. It's freaking funny. Because I'm talking to this dude, I'm like, this kid reminds me of myself. It's like looking into a freaking mirror. It's hilarious. I mean, this kid wants to get down this girl's pants so bad that he just can't see anything else. Like you're telling the boy, I'm like, dude, you gotta take it slow. Not too slow or whatever if you don't want to take it that slow, but if you're already like chilling with her or whatever, just be cool, man. You might as well just go up there and say that I want you. Because I'm pretty sure she'll just turn you down right there. And I don't want to disturb the boy, but no, it's kind of amusing. Just because it's like, dude, I was exactly like this kid back in the day. I just keep telling him he's thinking about things too much instead of just doing it. But when you overthink things, you don't actually do what you say you're going to do. I used to be the same way back in the day. High school, I was all over certain chicks. Then I'm saying, I'm going to go talk to her today. And then I end up doing the exact opposite and walking the other way. And then I end up beating myself up for like hours to come, maybe even days. Like, man, I should talk to her or whatever. So long ago, I don't remember, but it's funny. So, that Spanish girl I was talking about, turns out she has a kid. I'm like, holy crap. Man, I never saw that coming. I mean, like, when I used to work at Target, there was another Spanish chick with a fat ass that also apparently had a kid. Man, she didn't tell me this. Well, I think she did. I think we were Facebook friends, and I saw a picture of her with a little girl or something weird. Like, for single dudes, that's kind of a turnoff, at least in my opinion, for me. I would never go to a chick that has a kid already. Yeah. Then there's already another dude in the picture. You know, it's like, what's the point then? I don't know. I wouldn't bother. I'm like, eh, I still have to smash. But yeah, pointless. Then she's probably just going to bring all that baggage into the potential relationship. And then, you know, young moms probably don't want to give no ass. So it's another thing. I don't know. In my opinion, it's just a bad idea to get with a woman that has a kid already. Maybe what's even worse is if you actually have feelings for the woman. Because once they reel you in, it's like a fish on bait. They ain't letting you go. That's the thing. It's like, oh, she's probably looking for a father figure for her little brat, which is not what I want to freaking be. No thanks. Having too much fun being single, worried about any of that family crap. I just want to get some ass. About it. Man, she is drop dead freaking gorgeous, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think so. Damn it. Because, like, I mentioned the other day, she came in the other day. It's like, what the? But yeah, speaking of creepy, I mentioned the creepy things girls do sometimes. And speaking of creepy, when I was doing returns today, the chum bucket, there was this chick that was just straight up staring at me when I was putting something back on the shelf. I looked away, I looked back, and she's still looking. I'm like, just shook my head and just walked the other way. I'm like, the hell, man. It's kind of creepy crap I'm talking about. It's like, give me a break, man. I want to say something. Use your damn words. I'm not Professor X. I'm not going to read your freaking mind. Damn. Creepy ass kids. I just find women with kids is kind of a turnoff for single dudes like myself. But if you're all for that, by all means, please. But I don't know. Just seems like a bad idea to me. Again, they're really into all that beauty and, you know, makeup and shit like that. And then once they got you, and then you found out she has a freaking kid, it's like, oh shit, I better get out of here. But you already got feelings for her. And then the kid paints you as a parent figure, and then it's like, oh crap. Then your ass is done. And it's like, good looking out of that situation. Smart idea is to not get involved in the first place. There's always another dude in the picture. Especially if she's young, that probably means either the guy doesn't know the kid exists or she hasn't told him. But eventually, something's going to happen. Yeah, they're going to get back together. And then if you're the guy in the middle, she's already been with this guy because she had his damn kid. So unless it's an older woman that has a kid and the father is either deceased or completely out of the picture, there's no point in getting with a woman that has a child. There's no point. You're not going to get any ass. So it's like, what a waste. And the kid will never be your kid. So I'm like, unless you get married and then get busy, the kid's not going to be your kid. So, kid ain't my son. Like Billie Jean, eh? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I keep my options open these days. There's a whole bunch of scattered ass out there. The chum bucket, there's a whole bunch of different departments full of ass. Keeping my options open, see? You never know what's going to happen. Because today on Register, I ran into this fine ass Spanish mama. Like, damn! What's your name, girl? We was talking, I asked her if she got her turkey and all this other crap. And it's like, just striking up a conversation. Because one thing you got to do if you want to just get used, you just got to get used to talking to women. Because you have to get used to it. Because they're still people. It's like, when I was in high school, I treated these girls like they were freaking goddesses. Like they had no faults. High school was the worst time actually for girls, honestly. But like now, it's like I feel like Mr. freaking Willy Wonka. A chocolate factory full of ass. Man, it's awesome. But Willy Wonka don't have one chocolate bar. He's got a whole factory. As far as I'm concerned, playing the field, best thing to do when you're young. All that settling down crap, do that crap when you're older. Now, it's time. Get some ass, go to freaking nightclubs, go to strip clubs, all that junk. That commitment crap can come later. Couldn't care less. I freaking like to have a girlfriend, but it's not a necessity at the moment. That's what I'm saying. And just not a necessity. It really isn't. And, but yeah, she's a good looking woman. I guess woman, girl, I don't know. I don't even know how old she is. She looks like she might be in like early 20s, maybe. She looks like she has a young son. So, again, fortunately, I don't have feelings for this girl. So, hopefully, I keep it that way. I mean, I like looking at her from behind. I love staring at that ass. But other than that, I can't picture the two of us settling down or any of that bull crap. I have to keep my options open just in case I need to make a run for it. Because I'm thinking to myself before I found out she had a kid. I'm thinking to myself, like, I saw her with the kid the other day. I'm like, that better not be her freaking kid. Saw her the other day with somebody, maybe a family member. I'm like, that better not be her freaking kid. I was on my way to my break or something, but I looked to my right. I'm like, the hell is she doing with that little kid? I'm thinking, that better not be her freaking kid. Just feels wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that the whole point for some people is like get married just to have their own kids together? Not to get with someone who already has one? Like, I guess there's nothing wrong with it if you want to do that. But for me, I don't think so. I don't want no damn kids anyway. But I mean, I guess it could work out if as long as she knows that the kid is hers, not mine. As long as she don't do any of that. Oh, you want to adopt my son? Like, hell no. Now, drop them panties now. Don't want to adopt your kid. I don't think so. I don't think so. I still consider myself to be a kid, so yeah, that's a no. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, that kid that I've been training to get some ass. He's like, oh, I saw her with some other guy the other day. I'm like, so you're panicking now? Man, I ought to be young again and gullible. Man, what are you panicking for, man? Oh no, she's with another guy. She's talking to some other guy. It could be a customer. It could be maybe your grandpa. Oh no, I'm not gonna get between them legs now. And I'm like, damn, like, I told this kid, I'm like, it's like looking at a freaking mirror, man. Mirror into the past or something. Like one of them Disney films. The magic mirrors or some crap. Whatever that is. I wasn't the best kid growing up, but I didn't have no problems getting ass back in the day. It's like history's repeating itself. Talking about a guy who was pretty much in the principal's office throughout most of elementary school because I don't remember what I was doing. It's probably beating up some kids, I guess. You gotta start somewhere, right? I remember this one time in second grade during recess, I beat this kid up because he was messing with my girlfriend at the time. I walk up to his ass, I'm like, what you doing, man? And he said, blah, 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 this and that. Next thing he knows, I'm tackling his ass down. Bam! Yeah. And because the teachers don't pay attention to them, you just see two kids rolling around in the grass when I'm whooping this kid's ass. I was whooping this kid's ass, man. It was freaking funny. She watched the whole thing. Pretty sure she liked me even more because of that, because I was defending her. I was like, man, I was such a bad freaking kid back in the day. Man, if I could have had someone record that, I would be laughing my ass off right now. If I could relive that. That's freaking funny. I would tell a little kid if he would ask me for advice how to deal with bullies. Whip his ass, kid. Kick him in the nuts and beat his ass. It's that simple. Especially if you're shorter than the kid. Kick him in the balls. Then when he's dropping down to his knees, sock him in the jaw, and then wail on his ass. Kids, some people tell you, like, oh, tell an adult. They'll take care of it. Teachers don't do jack crap. They don't. They don't. You know why? Because they're too busy worrying about their freaking reputation. Too busy worrying about their freaking reputation to give a damn about the kid they're supposed to be watching after. It's part of their job. So you want me to get straight A's in class? Get rid of the bully before I whoop his ass. Send him to the emergency room. Then you're going to have another problem on your hands. Teachers. And people do all this anti-bullying nonsense, and like anti-bullying, it's never going to go away. It's an ongoing thing. It just gets worse with time. Now, instead of doing physical abuse, it's online. So now you see the words, on your screen, your computer screen. You're never going to see the person that's saying all this crap to you because they're hiding in their mom's basement, clacking away with their stupid glasses or whatever they're wearing and all the zits in their forehead. You're never going to see the person unless you live in their neighborhood and you're lucky and you trace the internet service or whatever. But yeah, that's one of our problems with that Spider-Man film is that they made it way too modern. They made Flash Thompson into a basically social geek or something. It was ridiculous. But that's neither here nor there. That movie sucked. But so not much news to go over. I think I talked about the quote unquote new Star Wars trilogy coming. I still have my doubts whether or not it's actually going to be new. I don't think Disney knows the meaning of the word. No. I don't think Disney knows the meaning of the word new because everybody thought 7 was going to be new, and it's the same exact damn thing as the old school Star Wars. It's the same exact freaking story, except the characters are trash. They have no personality. There's no stakes. I don't think anyone actually dies in this film. When something happened to Luke or Han in the old school Star Wars, people would care. But in these, it's like they didn't want to take the chance that people wouldn't like their garbage characters. Ah. I just bought L.A. Noire. It's a detective game. I really wish the Arkham series was like this. I wish the Arkham, especially Arkham Knight, which is easily the worst in the series, had taken a step back and did a little more of a detective, based story. Because what Batman's supposed to be. He's supposed to be the world's greatest detective. And like even in the DC cinematic universe, he's not a detective. He's a complete moron. And I'll tell you why. No actual smart person would be like, I gotta take that guy who could fry my nuts off with his eyes. I gotta take his ass down. What kind of idiot would even think that? Okay, first off, he has no idea who Superman is. He has no idea why Superman was in Metropolis. He has no idea that Superman is actually a human being that's been on Earth for 30 freaking years. Longer than him. If he had actually taken the time to talk to Lois, talk to Mom Kent, to go to the Daily Planet and sweet talk Lois Lane like it is in the cartoon Batman Superman film from the 90s, if he had taken the time to actually be a detective and gather evidence. Because in the cartoon one, he plants a tracker on Superman's cape after the first time they fight in that bar place. And that's how he learns who he is. And then Superman sees him, and then, they become enemies and then eventually team up. But it was the Batman Superman was a freaking train wreck. And Justice League, which I refuse to watch. I don't give a damn what anyone says. It's trash. There's no way it could possibly be good. It looks like it's going to have at least 5 different storylines going at the same time. You have to introduce the Flash, who has his own story. The Cyborg dude. He's supposed to be Teen Titans, not Justice League. There's no Superman, which pissed me off. There's no Green Lantern. It's been like 10 years. They should have had a Green Lantern film by now. Like, give me a break, man. It's a freaking space cop. How hard is that to do? Reboot it. Freaking rebooted Star Wars and it stinks. But, like, come on now. The funny part is about the Marvel DC thing. Warner Bros. Has all of their characters. They have all of them. All of them. Marvel literally had to borrow Spider-Man to bring him to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It didn't really work well in Homecoming, but Warner Bros. Has all of their characters. How are they still screwing up? I just started watching Punisher this morning and see how many episodes I can knock out. But yeah, DC's not doing that well. Not enough for me to bother buying a ticket to see something that looks like a freaking video game graphic from the PlayStation 2 era. It's horrible. This looks like shit. It's horrible. Absolutely horrendous. I don't care if you were like, oh, you're just a DC hater. Like, no, I actually like comics in general. The DC films, on the other hand, happen to be really freaking bad outside of Man of Steel. Wonder Woman, I thought was kind of boring. But I think she as a character is boring. I think the actress doesn't really bring that much to the role. She's all glamour and nothing else, as far as I'm concerned. She's all glamour. That's all they do is the stupid slow motion shots, just like in freaking Transformers with Megan Fox. She can't act for her life, but she's a pretty face, so I guess it works for that particular series. Wonder Woman should be more than just, physical appearance. She should be as strong as Superman, but I don't get it, man. She's like destroying cities. She's destroying the entire village place in WW2, throwing tanks into buildings. Superman fights an alien armada, and people complain about all the destruction in the city. He doesn't give a damn about people. Like he saved the entire world. What was Batman doing during all that time? Crying in the freaking cave, probably. That's all he does. At least in this series. Oh, and get psychics killed, by the way. Not his fault, but still. There's a difference between Batman and Superman. These two characters should be on the same side. They're literally almost identical in this Snyderverse, or whatever people call it. Me personally, not really a fan of these DC films. The only good thing from Suicide Squad, I like the Joker portrayal from what is his name, Jared something. All of him was great. I think Will Smith as Deadshot was pretty cool. I like the Batman cameos, but I don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. I just don't think he fits the role. I mean, he acts more like the friggin' Punisher than actual Batman, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, he had that one warehouse fight scene in Batman Superman, but that's one scene. Then before that, he was already murdering like a whole bunch of people with no remorse. Like he puts a tracking device on a truck and then mows everybody down. Like what's wrong with this guy? Just fall into the base and then beat their asses. I don't get it. It's like this guy's completely unhinged. But the Punisher does what he does because he's got nothing left. But Batman has always lived by a code: do not kill. Because the question I keep bringing up is like, if Batman's just crazy and just murdering people for no reason, why is the Joker still alive? Why does Arkham still even exist if he's just not this much of a nutshell? Superman should have just brought him to jail. It's like in the old school Chris Reeves Superman is like, good evening, Officer Mooney. They say confession is good for the soul. I listen to this man. Take him away. Or whatever he said. Good times. Chris Reeves Superman's still the best, but I think Henry Cavill needs his own trilogy, man. He needed his own trilogy before all this jail nonsense. Before he introduced Batman, he should have had at least 2 Superman films. Could have had Bruce Wayne show up in one of those, but leave Batman for his own film. You needed a Flash movie. You needed a Green Lantern film. Wonder Woman was okay, but the way they brought her in Dawn of Justice, train wreck. Train wreck. But yeah, rant over. I'm kind of torn going back to the Spanish girl thing. I'm kind of torn because I get the feeling she's interested, but now knowing what I know, it's like, what's a fella supposed to do? Because if I just want to get between the legs and bounce, she's obviously looking for more than that. I don't think I'm going to be the one to give it to her. It'd be kind of a waste. I don't want to be raising no damn kids. That's for damn sure. I don't even have my license yet. I mean, it's a process, but like I'm working on it. But it just makes me wonder, why me? I mean, I remember the moment I first saw him. Like, damn, who's that? I said she was freaking beautiful. I was like, eh. And I remember still thinking about the other blonde chick from my church who was like, I want to be a mommy. I'm like, oh, I get it. You're crazy. She probably is, but she's not my problem anymore. So, thank gosh. Good riddance. Another pretty face, but clearly got a loose screw up there somewhere. Can't wait to see what this kid that I've been training get laid. I'm curious what he's gonna do tomorrow. Probably something dumb. And I guess that'll do it for this episode of Peter's Diary. Till next time.